What's going on, YouTube Nation? This video will discuss the Vacutainer using two different holding methods to stabilize the arm and the needle. Future videos will demonstrate the entire blood drawing process, but for now, we will focus on our handling technique. So let's not waste any time. This is your Vacutainer, standard method of drawing blood. At the bottom of your Vacutainer, you'll have these extended sides. They're called flanges, and they are very useful to press up against them when you are inserting and withdrawing tubes. The safety lock slides down to secure the needle, and all you want to do is once you're finished with your last blood tube, you want to slide it all the way down. It is going to retract the needle inside the Vacutainer to prevent needle stick injuries. At the top, this is where your hub is going to be located, and that is where the bottom of the needle is going to be inserted. You can think of it as a clock: 12, 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. This is your double-edged needle. This side is going to be attached to the hub, and it's going to be inserted into the patient's vein. So we just twist it off. You'll notice that there's a black circle. Once you take off the gray cap, this indicates the bevel is facing you. And that's exactly what you want when you attach it to the Vacutainer. You want it to face it around 7:35, then twist it. And then once you twist, you want to see the black circle facing you. If it's facing elsewhere, yes, you can still get the job done, but it's a lot better to face it like this. When you hold the Vacutainer, you want to hold the Vacutainer to where you have stability of the arm and stability of the needle. So position your first digit as such. Your second digit is going to be placed below the Vacutainer neck. Then you'll position your third digit opposite your first digit. And your fourth and fifth digit, you're going to palm it. This is going to have control of the needle, so you don't slide in or out too much. And the rest of the hand is going to press on the patient's arm so that we have control of the arm, so that they are not moving too much. Let's say that we're going to have this vein right here that we're going to poke. We're going to once again hold it like this. First digit, second digit, third digit like this. If you have it in this position, you're ready to go. You're going to want to get closer. Once you take off the cap, you're going to poke. By me poking, I have my index finger pressing along with my fourth and fifth digit, pressing on the patient's arm so they are not going anywhere. You want to maintain position of the needle and also the patient's arm. Once you have that, sliding in and out the tubes is easy. Place your index finger at the top. Your middle finger, same position. Instead of holding the fourth and fifth digit in your palm, you want to open them up. So it's going to look like this. So using this vein once again, I have my middle finger and my thumb holding the Vacutainer. I have my index firmly against the neck once again, and these are going to hook into the patient's arm or grip so that the arm doesn't move once the needle is inserted. This vein right here, we're going to choose once again.
Ow!
As soon as I poke, I'm going to open up my fingers and grip on their arm, so now I have control. So now when I insert the needle, I still have control over the needle because of my index finger. And I have control of the patient's arm because those fingers are hooking or gripping the arm. Holding the Vacutainer, arm and needle steady is important. Let's do the same thing we learned already. Hold on like this, either grip or hook the arm. And as soon as you insert in the first tube, you're going to repeat the process as you did on the pressing technique. You're going to insert the first tube, making sure that the thumb and your middle finger are holding onto the Vacutainer steady, along with your index finger not moving the needle deeper. Pressing up against the top left flange, hold it down. Let the blood start filling. To take it out, insert the remaining tubes until you're finished. You're going to repeat this whole process for all your draws. Most of the time, new phlebotomists will insert the tube, pushing the needle deeper, not realizing it. And once they take out the tube, they take out the needle and the vein as well. So the patient is experiencing back and forth movement to the needle, and we don't want that once you poke. You have to make sure you have the needle control, and you have to make sure that you have control of the arm. If you have control of both of those, then you master the important two factors in phlebotomy. Once again, fill up the blood and take out the tube. Insert the next tubes, holding on to the top left flange, then to take out the tube underneath the right flange. Press up against it. Holding on to the Vacutainer with no movement is crucial, so that the needle does not slide too far in, disrupting blood flow. That's the importance of the index finger. With your thumb, push the tube in. Hold down the left flange, holding the Vacutainer with your middle finger and your thumb in place. You want to press on top of the left flange, so that once the tube is inserted, the needle will stay put. The blood's going to start flowing. Once you take it out, use the same index finger to go underneath the right flange. Press up against it, holding the Vacutainer steady. Just like that. Repeat the same process for each tube. Left index on top of left flange, thumb pushes the tube in. Leave your drawing tubes in, filling with blood. Hold on top of the left flange. Right index securing the Vacutainer neck, your left index on the left flange. The left flange stays securely intact. To take it out, same procedure. With your left index underneath the right flange, press against the bottom right flange. This is what it looks like by itself. I'm inserting the tube just like this. I'm pressing the tube inside the Vacutainer while still holding at the top left flange to prevent the Vacutainer from moving. To take it out, same procedure from both techniques. Press up against the bottom of the right flange. Tube comes out. So I use the top left flange to insert, And to withdraw, I use the bottom right flange. And that's all she wrote. Thanks for watching. Click on the next video to learn about butterflies.